Just like words in language, intervals are the foundational building blocks of music. This is the stuff that we build our musical castles on. In this video, we're going to look at diatonic intervals, meaning intervals within the major scale, from the tonic up and from the octave down. Hi guys, it's Elizabeth Loninger. Today we're going to answer the burning question, what is an interval? An interval is the distance from one pitch to the next. We have already learned the major scale and its solfeggio syllables. We've practiced that in a previous video, and I want to encourage you to go back to that if you haven't worked through that yet, to really get a solid foundation on the solfeggio syllables. And the syllables really refer to scale degree, meaning that you have the root or the tonic, you have the second scale degree, third scale degree, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth scale degree, counting up from the tonic. Now the interval again shows the distance from one pitch to the next. Now if we're looking at that from do to re, that distance is 2 half steps. When you look at the piano, you can see we're starting in middle C, going up a half step would be a black key, and then there's another half step from the black key back to the white key. So 2 half steps, that's your major second. Then going up again, staying with the major scale, do, mi, or from 1 to the 3rd scale degree, that's a major third. It's 2 whole steps. Right, there's always a black key between. And then from do to fa, the distance between those 2 pitches is called a perfect fourth. From do to sol, that distance is called perfect fifth. And then from do to la, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, do la, that is called a major sixth. And from do to ti, that is called a major seventh. And from do to do, that is a perfect octave. Now you may have noticed I called some of these intervals perfect and some of these intervals major. There are 2 main categories of intervals. The perfect intervals, like prime, fourth, fifth, and octave. And the major or minor intervals, and we'll get to the minor ones in a second. And those are the second, third, sixth, and seventh. So again, as you are going up the major scale, you have really only major or perfect intervals. But that means only if you're starting from the root or from the tonic. So do, re, major second, do, mi, major third, do, fa, perfect fourth, do, sol, perfect fifth, do, la, major sixth, do, ti, major seventh, and do, do, perfect octave. And by the way, if you're just repeating the root, that is also an interval, and this one is called prime, and it's perfect, perfect prime. Now if we're starting from the top, an octave up, top do, as I like to call it, going down from the 8th scale degree to the 7th scale degree. If you look at the piano, you see there is no black key here, so this is only a half step. And this is called, you guessed it, a minor second. Now from going down from the 8th scale degree to the 6th scale degree, this is called a minor third. From the 8th scale degree, 8, 7, 6, 5, that distance is called a perfect fourth. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, from the 8th to the 4th scale degree, that distance, again going down, is called perfect fifth. And again, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, that distance is called a minor sixth. And 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, that distance is called a minor seventh. And 8, 7, 6, 4, 5, 3, 2, 1, back to the perfect octave. Learning these intervals and learning to recognize the sound and reproduce the sound of these intervals is really, really helpful in communicating with fellow musicians, in songwriting, in arranging, and also harmonizing, maybe even picking out a harmony by ear. It just really builds the foundation. This is foundational knowledge that you need in order to progress, in order to get into bigger chords, into triads, into seventh chords, into ninth chords, scales, all of that. It all comes down to these building blocks, the intervals. In an upcoming video, I'm going to do an ear training lesson with intervals. I'll show you how to practice listening to intervals, identifying and singing intervals as well. If you enjoy this video, please subscribe to our YouTube channel and also head on over to vocalmusician.org for a free video on vocal warm-ups. I'm going to post the link in the comments section as well. See you next time.